Hello, this is not a spring chicken. There's so much news going on in the world today because with Obama, he says that the anger over AIG is not a governing strategy. Well,
I could toss you over BS at the moment on that
we have some things to say about that. And if you happen to watch President Obama on 60 Minutes and you're kind of curious why he was, that gallows comment, and can you even say it was a little giddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're kind of wondering why? Well, we've got some news for you, but for now we're going to bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today. Oh yeah, I'm giddy too.
Make our country a third-rate power.
Yeah, I don't think that's really something you want in your legacy, is your currency, which was...
It was basically, he can't... I mean, I have heard senior members of the Democratic Party keep telling this man, they said, young man, this is your economy, it is not George Bush's economy. Calling this thing a legacy, a legacy assets, basically saying it was George Bush's legacy to the children of our country. No, this is your problem, it is not his.
Obama trying to temper fur over AIG bonuses.
Mr. Obama ignited this furor. He basically, when you lead a mob, they simply all have this idea, well, we can turn the mob off. No, you can't.
It's like a bunch of dogs packing. It's right. Really, I mean...
When the mob is in a full flow, you cannot stop them. No matter how much you try, the mob always... Well, it will eventually burn itself out. But see, today, once again, they're giving the mob another opportunity to go after people.
What they do today?
More House and Senate hearings.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
They didn't have those.
Because remember, the press is like sharks sensing blood in the water. They know the Democrats are on the run. They know the Republicans are laughing about all of it. And they know they got the President of the United States, who they supported, on the run. So they're going after him, and they're feeding it. The Christian right is basically using it to their advantage also.
Alaska volcano Mount Redoubt. Redoubt?
Redoubt, I love that name.
He erupts 5 times. It's called
that
Redoubt.
Means they basically, okay, I think they named it that because they doubted it was a volcano, but basically it's a nasty little thing. It's going to blow its top like probably Mount St. Helens.
Ooh, that was a bad one.
Yeah.
Geithner urges financial system overhaul.
Oh yeah, I love the overhaul. I sat there and looked at it. The Treasury Department under Geithner will be in charge of all the financial structure in this nation. Everything.
What?
He wants to put, and they will have the ability, if they think that a business is not sound, to immediately go in and take over that business. Any business.
Any business.
Any business. I mean, they could take
over... That's atrocious.
They could take over my mother's restaurants, your parents' grocery store. They could just come in. My grandfather was a house painter. They could come in and take his house.
It's like eminent domain.
That's right. They can seize the business for the benefit of the... Basically, does the word socialism come in mind?
Oh, yeah. That S word.
They said that's not going to pass either.
Yeah, sure. Like we thought some of that other stuff was going to pass.
Yeah.
Poll, Americans want bonuses returned, but split on how?
Well, no. Basically what happened is that Barack Obama inflamed the country to a point that they basically demanded things redone. They would not, okay, you can bet that Chevy Chase in National Lampoon's Christmas would not return that bonus if he'd have got the bonus he was supposed to get it. And basically, why should the people that basically got the bonuses return them? It doesn't make any difference. The fact is, they did what they were supposed to do. It doesn't make any difference if...
They were already paid them also.
That's right. You just don't go back and pass legislation. You don't, basically, I've told you for weeks that clawback is the key word for the Obama administration. And they're going to use it everywhere.
It's bad. It's very, very bad. And actually, I mean, if you're thinking it's not going to affect you, it is, because countries don't want to invest in our country.
I know.
People are sitting still on their money. I mean...
But the worst is...
Credit's tying up. That's why the banks weren't loaning money, because they thought...
Because they were afraid that they were going to do exactly this. But don't worry about what Obama and the Democrats are doing. They are going to be kiddies compared to what the Republicans are going to do if they get control. They are going to be on a vengeance tear like you cannot believe.
They'll be on a vengeance tear like the Democrats were when they first got the majority.
No, but they're not. My family have been Republicans for 100 years, actually since the 1860s, but they're also one side or the other side Democrats. But I can guarantee you there was nothing worse in this world than a Republican trying to get even, and they will get even. They throw mud like no one believes.
Oh boy.
So I'm more scared of what's going to happen after Obama than I am Obama.
Well, and part of it is as bad as Obama and the Democrats make it, the Republicans
are going
to make it worse.
That's right.
Yeah. Was Obama punch drunk in 60 Minutes interview with Steve Croft?
No, Mr. Obama is addicted to nicotine. He uses too many nicotine patches. There's a problem. If you use nicotine patches and you're smoking, it can cause a giddiness, a
is it because you have too much?
And a confusion. All the things that Mr. Obama is showing on these shows that he's going on. It can also cause a mood swing of getting anger. And getting, like calling up somebody on his BlackBerry and unhappy.
Like calling up the New York Times.
Yeah, because those are reactions. Those are some of the reactions that they list that you might have if you do this. So some people, first of all, Afro-Americans handle medicine completely different than other people because they simply have low tolerances to some things, and if they use too much of it, it's why there's so much addiction among the Afro-Americans and not as much among, other groups, because they simply handle it differently. And he's the worst of both. He's got a little bit of...
because he's mixed
blood,
too.
like me. So, I don't take medicine because it has a bad effect on me.
Oh, interesting. Using some of well-known bipartisanship, Obama mocks Republican lawmakers Monday for opposing his initiatives without offering alternatives.
I know, isn't that a beaut? He's basically doing, in front of the Democrats again. He is laughing. They don't have anything. They don't have anything better to put up. How dare they say that what I'm doing is wrong, because they don't know what they're doing. But he's laughing at him again, and then he'll come back 10 minutes later
and say he wants to be bipartisanship.
Bipartisan. Basically, he's like throwing blood in the water in front of a hungry shark.
I know. I don't know about any of you. It's like, are you sure he's not talking about bipartisanship?
I think he's high on nicotine.
That's a problem. Representative Frank calls Scalia a homophobe in interview. Now this I can't believe.
No, he did it because they want to pack the Supreme Court so they can get if there was not a Republican Supreme Court, they could get their 90% tax in on all bonuses in this country.
Oh, so that's what we're expecting.
They want to, I think I heard people talking this morning, they want to eliminate the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 10th Amendment to the Constitution, and they can't do it.
What? 2nd, 3rd, 5th? That's a lot.
That's right. They want to change them, and they can't do it with this court in there, and they need to add at least 3 more members to the court in order to do it.
Obama urges G20 leaders to move to the left and spend and add taxes on wealthy fast to boost growth.
I know, I love that. Got to spend money. The countries are all broke because their social programs. And as Margaret Thatcher was well known for saying, that socialism comes to an end when there's no one left to tax. And this is what's happening in all these countries. There's no more money for these people to tax.
White House seen reviewing greenhouse gas dangers.
Well, yeah, I just heard yesterday that they made a slight miscalculation, and the ice fields in the north are going to be there for another 1,000 years, not another 100. So you know how accurate that this reviewing of the greenhouse gas things is.
GE's rating dinged, but stable outlook reassures.
I know. Basically, they're going down the drain. The stock has fell by 75%, but they've got a solid outlook. They got a solid future. Actually, because Jeffrey Imlanoff is a supporter of Barack Obama. He was one of his advisors on the economy, in fact.
Ooh. Icing overload are questions in Montana crash probe.
Well, overload, basically, I think my guess is people were getting up and moving around because kids are kids.
Oh.
And it throws the weight off. Doesn't make any difference.
Oh, that's true.
Because, I have seen on 747s when people get up, and they all go to the potty at one time. The plane sort of drifts to the side. The toilets are on.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
If it looks like somebody might be on something, they just might be.